Dear viewers, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, Kenya is seeking to borrow $1 billion to finance this 2023-2024 financial budget. This is contrary to what William Ruto and his team had been advocating for. I want to take you back into the days when the Kenya Kwanza, back then they were the Tanga faction, used to say with regards to borrowing of loans. I remember that William Ruto and his team painted Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta as being a leader who is only hell-bent on securing loans. Loans and loans and loans. There is a time Raila Amolo Odinga and Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta met in China, whereas Raila Amolo Odinga had gone there in his capacity as a AU African High Representative, Infrastructure Representative. He had gone in his capacity, in that capacity. Well, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta had gone there in the capacity of a President of the Republic of Kenya. So what followed, the narrative that followed was that they had gone to China, the two of them, to secure a loan. I remember seeing Murkomen make disturbing comments regarding that trip. Kimani Ichung'wah, Ndindi Nyoro, Rigathi Gachagua, and William Ruto. They made so much disturbing comments about that. They were saying that that Raila was taking Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta to China so that they can secure a loan. And what they followed thereafter was that the loan was to extend SGR from Naivasha to Kisumu and probably to Uganda. These narratives were pushed so that the people could know that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is securing loans and stealing all this money. They also campaigned on the promise that they will not work on securing loans and that they have their own agenda and plan. I remember hearing Mudavadi. Mudavadi talked a lot, towards the end of the campaign season, made so many press conferences saying that wamechukua loan hapa, wamechukua loan pale, watachukua loan huku. They are even going to do what we call privatization of the public assets. So these are things of that this Kenya Kwanza regime said. So what is shocking, ladies and gentlemen, going forward is that the World Bank has decided to increase 128.9 billion a budget support loan for Kenya Kwanza expected by June 2030. It is alleged that the amount is 32 billion increase from the initially announced 96.7 billion soft loan. Initially it was 96.7 billion, but the World Bank has decided to increase almost 60 billion extra. So this loan, according to details, this loan is in line with the remarks by Treasury Cabinet Secretary, who on December 6, 2022, indicated that the government was negotiating with the Bretton Woods lender for a large financing envelope. This is what Professor Ndung'u said during the launch of Kenya Economic Update. He said, during the current International Development Association cycle, the World Bank has lined up additional development policy operation financing of $750 million for the current financial year. We have been trying to negotiate that to a 1 billion, but Keith has indicated that this is what is possible at the moment. So initially, at the moment, they had promised to give Kenyans $750 million. Professor Njuguna Ndung'u back then said that the IMF was not willing to give them $1 billion. But the latest news is that The IMF is giving Kenya people $1 billion. What does that mean, ladies and gentlemen? That only means that the government will now tax you more so that they can pay the loan. You will be taxed more. That explains why the government has now come up with a bill, with a budget that only seeks to collect money from the people. That is why Raila Amolo Odinga yesterday made a press conference and said that this government said that it will alleviate the hustlers from their sufferations, but now the hustlers are being subjected to too much sufferations in that the hustlers will not be able to meet their daily needs. Everything is being taxed. For the first time, I have come across another bill that is saying that we, the content creators, will now be taxed also. It is not going to be fair because in creating content, YouTube has a tax policy. If the government is going to subject content creators to another tax policy, that means content creators will always be paying a lot of money on these contents. It will discourage a lot of content creation because now you'll be paying up to 30%. That's the US tax policy. Then the Kenya Kwanza regime is coming up with 15%. That gives it 45%. So the content creators' ability to push more content on the YouTube platform will go down. It's not even YouTube platform only. We're talking about TikTok, talking about Instagram, and a host of other content creation platforms. So this is going to kill creativity of the people. Mind you, the government needs to know that content creators go through a lot of things to get themselves to a threshold of being paid. So this government is not supporting the common mwananchi. This government is seeking to take from the common mwananchi the little that the common mwananchi has. Taxes are being paid. I personally am confused about how I'm supposed to pay taxes because it is left, right, and center. You will be paying taxes left, right, and center. So, ladies and gentlemen, can you tell us below the comment section there? What do you think about this government's new tax policy, the tax regime? Do you think it's a friendly one? Can you tell us below the comment section? And once again, I'd like to urge you to stay safe and stay blessed until we catch up again in our next analysis.